Okay, so it's my pleasure to talk here about the CITS deployment in the city of Hamburg with a special focus on the prioritization of public transport. So myself, I'm working for the State Agency of Streets, Bridges and Waterways, which is part of the Free and Hanseatic City. And so maybe I keep it short here and continue with facts and figures of the city of Hamburg. So with 1.9 million inhabitants, Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany. And as part of the mobility transition, the goal of Hamburg is to get a shift in the modal split by reducing the motorized individual traffic as shown in the upper right figure, with the red part being the motorized individual traffic. So, and in order to achieve this, the goal is to also make public transport more attractive by making it more reliable. And this can be achieved by traffic light prioritization for buses. Currently, Hamburg has about 1,750 traffic lights, of which 20% are equipped with a bus prioritization. For the moment with an old system, but we are in the progress of replacing that, which I will explain later on. And we have 180 roadside units deployed. On the bottom right, you see a map of these roadside units, where the blue part is the test track for automated and connected driving, which was the start, and which then evolved further. And about the expertise in CITS or ITS projects, Hamburg has more than 250 ITS projects conducted. And also in the context of C roads, the ITS services, GLOSA, PVD, and VRU have been deployed. And we are now starting to deploy the TLP service. One of the milestones of Hamburg's history certainly being the host of the ITS World Congress in 2021. Okay, so where are we with TLP? So currently we have a system which is based on fixed points. If the bus is passing them, it gives a signal to the traffic light, and traffic light is then adapting. But this has the disadvantage: once you're in between these points, the traffic light does not know what is happening. So Hamburg decided that CITS is a good solution to improve this. And so we are heading towards a CITS system where we have an onboard unit on the bus, a roadside unit at the traffic light. And in contrast to before, we also have now a channel from the traffic light to the bus. And we have a communication on a up to every second basis. And we can, if there's some interference, like cyclists, so that the bus has to go slower, the traffic light can react. So this is one of the benefits that we see here. And within the project BD Move from 2018 to 2021, we have installed the test track to show the feasibility of a bus prioritization using ETSI ITS G5 short-range communication. And on the photo here, you also see that we use the channel back to the bus driver. But you will see this in a second on the next slide where I show you a video. On the other hand, for emergency vehicles, we also installed a test track, since this is a slightly different use case, and which is successfully running. We are testing that the times are going lower, so the emergency vehicles are getting faster to the places where they are needed. And as a result, within the project ITS Cube, which is ongoing and funded by the European Investment Bank, we have developed the future bus prioritization for Hamburg, where we have also, as you see, a hybrid system, but the basis is a decentralized system communication on a short-range ETSI ITS G5 between the vehicle and the traffic light, and then in the traffic light, the adaptations are made. And once the infrastructure is ready and deployed on the central side, we also have additional information that we move towards the mobile way in order to also influence not only the next traffic light, but also further traffic lights, which is important for certain use cases to get ready so that emergency vehicles can get through the traffic easily. Okay, so this is where we are. We have decided these are the benefits, and we want to deploy that and go on. And now here you see a video from BD Move. In the horizon, you see the traffic light. Here, the bus driver is getting the information. Currently, it's red, and the red bar on the left is showing how long it will be red. And after a while, once the bus registered, you see this green A popping up, which is telling, well, the traffic light received the request. It's possible to prioritize the bus. And now the red bar is going lower. And as we see, the traffic light is turning green. The bus driver is seeing, oh, it's the traffic light is green. I can continue. He didn't have to brake. And it's a very smooth passing through the traffic. And so this is a very illustrative example. And now, where are we going? So the goal is to deploy CITS traffic light prioritization for buses and emergency vehicles. With the figures until 2030, 600 traffic lights, which is more than 1/3 of the existing traffic lights, should be deployed with the service. And on the other hand, 2,000 buses should be equipped with onboard units, which is the bus fleet of the two big bus operation companies in Hamburg. And of course, currently this year, the first traffic lights will be installed. And with the continuation of C Roads Germany phase 3 starting in January, we will deploy in the next 3 years 100 traffic lights and 700 buses, which is a quite concrete number. And since we have the flexibility of CITS, we don't have to fix points. So if there's a detour for the bus or similar occasions, we are flexible in the prioritization. So our goal is also to integrate autonomous on-demand shuttles into the overall system and to prioritize them also on their quite flexible individual routes through the city. Okay, so that's for me. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will be happy to answer questions later on.